I don't usually like to bring this shit up to people, but I said it before, I know the truth. I'm gonna start breaking that down. This is a relative of my wife. Okay? My wife was raped by this guy's older brother, Dustin. This man's name is Derek. He's been to jail. You can tell by the tattoo colors he's got on. Just like me. But I've been to prison, not Punk Ass County time, homie. I don't have an R in my jacket. And my wife told me this morning before she left to make sure that when I make this, so Dustin's exposed, to leave Derek out of it because he's a cool dude and misunderstood. That's from my wife, homie. Remember that. I see you holding a baby girl. Well, my current baby girl is my wife, which is your relative, homie. And your older brother, your eldest, raped my wife when she was 4 years old. He was 9, she said, in Upland, California, at her granny's house. The reason my wife was so quiet her whole life is because she told her to stay fucking quiet and never tell anyone, don't speak. My wife was 4 at the time when this man in the picture's older brother told my wife when he was 9 to stay fucking quiet. Now you've been to jail, dog, and your older brother is a rapist, a child molester. And the only opinion of any of y'all motherfuckers that ever mattered was probably your grandpa, from what I heard. And you don't know what he told me on his deathbed, do ya? He said, promise me you'll always take care of her. No matter what. Never abandon her. She's a good girl. She's just lost. And we were both holding his hand. He made me promise holding his hands before he died. Your relative, my wife's grandpa, that I would take care of her. And you all want to do what you're doing. She told me this morning to leave Derek out of it. Remember that, bro. I will. But your picture's going to explain the case I have that's probably going to your county before a judge soon. Your older brother's a fucking child molester. Although 9, someone fucking taught him to rape a little girl who was 4 that's now my wife. She's 33. You piece of shit. Your fucking older brother fucking R on jacket. That's a factual fact. You got a little girl. Don't ever let her sit with your brother. That's a fact. This shit is tripping me out, homie. You been in jail. You don't smell a fucking chomo from your brother? I seen you guys try to put out when I lit up my Honda. You're lucky I didn't fucking come out and beat your asses like Honda. I did you all a courtesy. She told me to get in the ride. I did the best for what was the best for my kids in my ride. You're lucky I didn't come out of the car. Trained professional, beat your ass, smash. Like you guys think you're fucking badass. 3 brothers. What is that, towing, I bet? Nah, just one brother who's fucking children, you bet. Dustin, yeah, your name, I don't give a shit. Shope, fuck you. You got no hope, homie, because she told everyone. Even you know who, her mom and dad. A lot of people know in the family. It's too bad your granddad didn't know. Let's keep moving on. That was fun.
I'm going to make a beat in 15 seconds, and my time started 3 seconds ago.
Cool.
Go to sodabeats.com and use...
Skip ads. So while motherfuckers coming at me crazy and shit, I'll flash my paperwork on the internet. I got no shame. I didn't go for nothing fucking funky. I went for a hypothetical what-if scenario involving no R's on my goddamn jacket. I asked her this morning and made her look at my eyes and said, is that fool dirty? She says, nah, Derek's good. I said, so from one convict to another, hopefully he's understanding that his brother's a child molester and he doesn't deserve any fucking respect. Dustin Shope. Yo, Dustin Shope deserves the end of a rope because he fucking doing too much coke to forget the fucking days he told my wife to stay silent while he fucking raped her with violence. As a child, he was 9, took the power and empowered his manpower and put it over her and then touched her. She says he never put it in, but he touched her a lot and then told her to fucking shut the fuck up. Oh my God, Dustin, you fat jalop. You feel big, homie fat? Well, you walk around in tow truck. Someone needs to repo your ass when you get locked up. Because that's what's coming for your days. Kiss your family goodbye. Thank God your granddad's dead, man. Because your granddad and your grandmom would be ashamed to find out that you were raping. Why that woman is silent every day of her damn life. It's because Dustin Shope fucking finger banged his sibling. Piece of shit, fucking redneck trash. It's sad because you got kids, and I remember Shannon Shope wanting to drive around with a military MP who was fucking drunk and she was pregnant. He said, "It's okay, I'm military PD. I drive with drunk bitch. I don't give a fuck because I'm military shit." If that's our fucking military, I said, I'll call your captain, chief, and commander, tell him you drive with pregnant bitch. He's like, okay, if that's how you feel. I said, don't put down with me, homie, just because you military. I'll beat your ass for real hand-to-hand combat. Don't fucking miss it. Judo sweeps, jinjutsu kisses. Kempo with the touch, butterfly kiss. When I fucking sweep your ass, reverse tornado. Train every day, still today. Almost 6 foot, big enough to fucking fit the boot. Beat your ass, I beat men who are Navy SEALs, not scared if you are cop or fucking government SEAL. If you someone they can fight, great, fuck you. But if you child molester, you are little child, nothing great. You are a piece of shit to me, Dustin Shope. You fucking deserve the end of the rope. Fuck Dustin Shope and her whole bloodline. It's a shame that her mother even has them on Facebook, no lie. Fuck this whole bloodline like Zombie Hunter. Entire list of people fucking supporting a rapist. You don't know shit about what happened to that girl. She'd been raped 2 times at 15. She was raped by someone 25. That's because her friends Rachel Edwards said, come on out. They were having sex on a bunch of mattresses and some man took my woman and put her out at 15. She says he was at least old enough to buy liquor, you see. 23, 24, 25, I bet. Some sick fuck raped my wife who was a virgin at the time. It makes me fucking sick, and because that piece of shit, Dustin Shope, didn't get it first. She stayed silent twice. Oh my god, that piece of shit made her get fucking raped twice. It makes me angry just thinking about it. Robert just thinks about how we can fucking make this bobber pop it, fucking drop it. This son of a bitch, Shope, deserves a fucking slanted slope. He's going to prison. I hope he enjoys his cash. The only thing getting repoed, I hope the fuck is his goddamn pussy ass, our jacket, fucking freak of nature. No statutation on fucking people who are raping 9 to 5. Someone responsible. Who was tickling your butthole, Dustin Shope? Oh my god. Fuck that whole bloodline. You guys are crooked. Dustin Shope raping my wife. When he was 9, she was 5 in Upland, California. Grandma and Grandpa were snoring. I'm going to tell you some other things real quick about this redneck household I know that I've been told by these siblings and my wife. There's this other sibling who's disabled, who's my sister-in-law, who's my wife's, obviously, older sister, but not the eldest sister, second oldest. And she's supposed to have seizures and be disabled. But the only reason that happened is because while my in-laws currently right now were in Arizona, Shannon and Jennifer slammed her forehead into the front of the oven. The person who told me that was the person it happened to in confidence many, many years ago. And said they remember waking up somewhere else and just remember being slammed because they were freaking out. My wife has correlated this story with basically what they heard and what people were talking about. Remembers it too, because remember, she remembers being raped by Dustin Shope. So, you know, well, you motherfuckers feel big and great. You know, no wonder you never want to see her again or you threaten to jump her because that fool's a pedophile. He's a rapist. We don't have to go there. We can serve you with a document with an officer from your county. Don't worry about that, Dustin Shope. And we're aware that you got your granny's house because you can't get your own. So we'll take care of that for you, homie. You're going to fucking prison as a rapist to a child. The question is, who tickled your butt, Dustin Shope, to make you want to do that to my sitting wife currently at 33. I've known for many years. I've told everyone I can. I'm going to cover another piece of shit just for fun. Rachel Edwards. Whoa, what was that? We're going to cover her next. Rachel Edwards. Okay? Rachel Edwards is a piece of shit too. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, she did heroin when her kid was developing so much that she had to not cold turkey or kill the child. The child was born with meningitis, and she lost her child the second it fell out of her pussy. If any of you feel proud to be her friend, good job, because you're the friend that got Alicia raped the second time at 15. First time that Amanda and all these people took her out, Amelia and Lacey, they felt like they were big good friends on Cheetah Girls. The only thing you cheated Alicia on is a fair life. You have no clue the hardship and the darkness she lives with because of it. It's because of you she got raped. And Dustin Shope, you're the one that raped your own family member, homie. It doesn't get more dirty than raping your own family. You were 9. I asked her this morning. She didn't care I put this on the internet. She don't give a shit about you, bro. She don't give a fuck about you people. You think she cares? You think you're trying to save her from oppression or like you're some sort of heroes? You guys are the reason I have a hard time with her. Everything that's hard between me and her is because she still has flashbacks of this shit that goes on. She didn't feel like she could tell anyone. That's why she never talked to men, because men were raping her at 4 years old when they were 9, named Dustin Shope. Well, she said 9 or 10 or 11. It's in that age group. You know, she was 4, she said. She knew that much. This guy's holding a baby girl, and Dustin Shope is this cat's older brother, and he's been to jail. If you've been to jail, dog, the next time, if you go back or if you run gangs in the streets, you're going to have to explain them why you run with child molesters. And your brother's one. And this is not a front. This is fact, because you're going to have to confront Alicia, and she doesn't give a shit. She'll tell you. She don't care anymore. She even said this morning, I've already healed from it. Fuck him. Do what you want. It's all good. All right. I said, I'll cover a few other people, you know. You can say whatever you want about me. I did this or that. You know what I did do? When the people came to ride through my home and tried to take what wasn't theirs, I punched that fool's eye out. His name was Darrell Johnson. And I fought a bunch of people and stabbed some people and called the police that never showed up. And I ended up having to take the ride to jail to keep my wife out. That's a down-ass fool. You don't know nothing about it because you're too cowardly to have a conversation about how I ended up in jail and how whatever happened. They can put whatever they want in paperwork. You should know that, Derek. You should know being in and out of the system. Unlike your dumbass, I've only been to prison once. You keep going back, homie, watch, because you dumb. That's why you have no hair in this picture from 2013. Your older brother raped my wife, homie. That's on my rap name, Free Lip Kamikaze. Your older brother, Dustin Shope, raped my wife. I would advise you, homie, as a man of jail without a dirty paperwork, that your job now is to confront him before I try to make sure everyone in Upland, California knows that you support your brother who fucks children as a child. That's his family. You think he gets off because he's 9? No. Scarred her for life. You gave her no chance to speak or communicate with anyone. You all did that. Your hillbilly ass bloodline. I may have had a fucked up family, but ain't no one raped me in my family. I was told I was raped by my mom my whole life because she's a fucked up mother. But I have no recollection. I have a great memory. I had sick parents too. But I didn't have anyone doing that to me. That was my sibling named Dustin Shope. You remember this well, Dustin Shope. I'm going to go visit your grandparents' grave. I'm going to tell them in their grave too if they're not listening now already. And they know. They just didn't know while they were here. If your granddad knew that you did that, Dustin, at a young age, and she told someone, he had oh my. I want you to know that before he died, he told me I was the man. He trusted me with her. So what I'm doing now is for the better interest of that baby Derek Solding, because I'm a convict. I've been to prison. What kind of convict with this knowledge would not share it with someone that harbors the child molester as the perpetrator of rape and oppression on his family, Dustin Shope? Derek Shope should really confront his brother and light his punk ass up for me. And for his sibling, yeah, Alicia. You raped her. And she told me, because our marriage was crumbling, and she cracked, and she said, I always asked her, you act like a rape victim. Like, what is the matter? She says, I was raped. And she had already told me about the time when she was a teenager. Even her mom knows about her being gone all night. She didn't know what happened. I knew. But I never knew about this. And this is the one. Because I asked her if her daddy was the one that touched her, and she would get real mad. I said, well, who is it then? You know, who was it? I have degrees in pathology, psychology, and human emotions and conflict resolution from the University of Life. There's no one better suited to have this talk with her. And she told me in confidence. She fell on the floor. I'll never forget it, crying. Makeup running down her face. It was my family. I was 4, and she just broke down, and it all came out. I started instantly telling everyone. The only thing I never did is realize that the people who harassed me are the ones that are trying to harbor the secret. You fucking assholes. Right, Dustin? Under Zombie Hunter 3990's account. Rachel, all the names. All of them are connected to my mother-in-law's Facebook. And that's how I found you all. The hunt is over. I know exactly who needs paperwork. I know exactly the reasons why. There are other people that are dicks here in the world, but without a shadow of a doubt, you know, Mr. Shope, Dustin's going to jail. If his wife reads this or finds out, I'll do everything I can for all of his family to find out. I'm going to post it on social media. Everyone's going to find out about this. Because she doesn't say it bothers her. She still has a hard time communicating. Only with men. Wow, I wonder why that is. I wonder why a woman might have a hard time talking to any men. Her granddad, her father, her husband, her children that are men, but not girls, not anything female. Why? I wonder why. Oh, maybe it's because my sibling raped me named Dustin Shope when I was 4 years old and he was like 9, 10, or 11. Oh no, that might have something to do with it. He told me to stay fucking quiet. He didn't say be quiet about this. He was like, stay quiet. And quiet she's been for a long time. She's not quiet anymore. Huh. Oh boy, she's a feisty Italian. Dustin Shope, the repo tow truck man of Upland, California. Eldest brother of Derek Shope here in this picture. You raped my wife, either 9, 10, or 11 was your age, she said, and she was 4 for sure. You're going to fucking jail, bro. California got no statutation. You should move out of that house and move away. And I hope Derek can beats the shit out of you because he's a convict. He's bound by a law to the streets and the land. That's why I did this for you, Derek. You're welcome. I asked her before I even decided if it was smart. She said, who cares? I don't care. She says, what he did doesn't hold me any longer. Do what you want with it. It's not like he deserves anything great. I said, you're absolutely correct. Chomos don't deserve shit. He acts like a chomie, which is a guy who's a homie that be acting like he cool, looking like he normal, but he chomo. You guys try to push the agenda, but I got my paperwork in my my closet, and I'll bust it out and give it to the internet. And there's no R's on my jacket, no DNA test, nothing weird. The first time ever being locked up and doing time. I defended my children from gangsters who rode to home invade me and kill one that was already at school that they had an emergency contact card to. His name was Darrell Johnson. We trusted our neighbor, who was an ex-blood, and our kids played together. And unfortunately, Darrell was jealous I could rap, and his homies from Miami, Florida couldn't handle it, and they gave me a shirt that said Wolf Flow on it. All right, it was signed by Dwayne Carter. And then that fool Darrell got salty. He says, not after it touched your white skin. I even tried to be humble and give it back over his salty ass. And then he told me he keeps his enemies closer. Good job, dog. You lost your eyeball for it. I did some bitch time. I don't care. Two years. I did 3 by the time I was done fighting fuckers. Beating up chomos like Dustin Shope. You just know that Candy made more sense. And without Candy, you're a nobody. You're a candy ass, Darrell Johnson. I punched both your eyes out. I strangled you dead. And your wife came out and said, Darrell, nigga, you shit yourself? That's because I strangled him dead and then stepped his hydroplex in to resuscitate him like a shock to his heart. Don't ever ride on my house ever again. My bare hands are more than enough. What did you have, a 7-foot rod? You broke down my front door and I still whooped your ass? In front of your children and your woman? This cracker? That's right. So, Derek or anyone else feeling froggy, whatever you think the reason or why I rode to prison, you don't know shit. We willingly signed our rights away. The system fucked us. And it was the last shred of dignity we had to ourselves. I got the shirt covered in blood, and family members have seen this clothing. I still own it. I stabbed 3 people. I was supposed to go in for GBI. Not to a kid. To a man named Darrell Johnson. I punched his eye out. It took him 2 hours to respond to 3.5 phone calls. I was stabbing people while on the phone with 911 in a hallway with no front door. My window's being breached. What do you want from me? I just start cutting fools, bro. I got a kitchen knife. I still have the scar on my thumb because I know hand-to-hand combat. I line that motherfucking puppy up, start hitting kidneys. Boom, boom, jugglers. What's up? Armpit stab. Bam. What is that? Oh, you're going to be leaking hard. Be drinking your blood in me. Get the fuck on. And it was so crazy, men in suits came. There was blood all over my home. That's not child blood. That's my blood and the enemy. All right? I have weed in my house. They call it child endangerment. What do you want? It's 2013. Laws are different. You smoke weed, you piece of shit, Derek. You think you'd understand. I smoked with you before in that backyard, and that was the day your grandfather said I had courtesy and I'm welcome back anytime. You assholes wouldn't shut the door. Thinking of your grandma, I thought of an old bitch that smelt and had disease without even thinking twice. Because the man of the house told me to, unlike you greasy fucks that would have sex with your siblings. Derek Shope, your older brother, Dustin Shope, is a child molester. And at the young, ripe age of 9, 10, and 11, he raped my wife, Alicia. And you know what I'm talking about. You guys watch us closely. Rachel Edwards is a heroin addict and fuck anyone else that supports. And Jennifer Shope, bitch, the only thing that's rhymes and riddles is your crazy ass. Alicia came up to me the other day and she says, rhymes and riddles? Bitch, I'm smart. You're dumb. Your man understood that. That's why he calmed your dumb ass down. You fucking spaghetti vodka drinking lightweight pussy fart. Fuck you and your 101 Dalmatians. Real talk. I bet you massage. Hey, what did they say in that movie? Jennifer Shope, Grandma's Boy. I'm a massage therapist. Yeah, they got a word for that. They massage your dick for money. Screw you guys. Screw all you. You're all fucking weirdos. You're disrespectful in my home. You're disrespectful to your own bloodline. You're disrespectful to me, and you're all a bunch of fucking spazzes. You know what Robert says? You don't talk to you dumbasses is this reason right here. You're all fucking weird as hell. The only ones that made sense are in the grave, and you shame anything that they are. They're turning over in their grave as I make this video. Especially your grandpa. He'll come back and haunt you for it, I bet. He'll be like, you raped sweet Alicia? That's why she never talked to her grandpa? The first time she really even talked to him, he made a comment about it. He never mentioned what happened to her then. And he died not knowing. She kept a secret even in death against him. That's fucked up. He deserved to know, because he would have beat the shit out of Dustin, wouldn't he? He'd have brought the switch upon thy ass. He'd have brought that child and he'd have got rid of him. Because you know what your grandpa told me on the slide? With none of you turkeys around? You're a real man. I could see it. I can feel it when you speak. You're sincere and you're earnest and you're honest and you're humble. I said, yeah, man. I could have fucked Deborah, but it doesn't mean that I did. In fact, she got raped by a man named Perseus, the same way Alicia got raped by her sibling named Dustin Shope. I respect and value friendship, and I told them straight up. Ain't no one told me I brought my daughter to a child molester's house. No one told me, not even my wife. At the time, she was my girl at the time, not my wife. And I came there for Thanksgiving. I'd have never brought my children near him if I had known. I'd have confronted him. But now I've been to prison, I can't go back. So this is how we expose child molesters, right? Like Chris Hansen. This man's not the chomo. This is Derek Shope. His older brother, Dustin Shope. But Derek will know. He'll see this. And that's the whole purpose of why it was made. You're welcome, Dustin Shope. Long slope rope for you, homie. Because she was never silent about what you did to her. Enjoy your time in prison when it comes.